Welcome to GameBros. This is Kuko.
This is Hitman.
This is Riddle.
And this is Prodigy.
And we are...
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live!
From the GameBros studio here in beautiful Miami, Florida. That worked better than last time, right?
Oh, much better.
What happened last time?
Oh, dude.
I wasn't here, that's why.
That was one, that, and then we completely fumbled the intro completely. We kind of stumbled into the gate, and we just...
You're used to fumbling, aren't you, since you play football?
No. No. Speaking of football, nice segue. I like what you did there.
Aha.
Next week, we're actually having a football player here.
Oh, what's his name? Carlos Mencia?
We don't go by names. We go by gamer tags. And his gamer tag is the Samoan Renegade.
The Samoan Renegade.
Well, in his case, he's famous, so everybody knows his name. His name is Isaac Asiata.
Oh, nice.
He used to play for the University of Utah, the Utes. When he's here, we're going to ask him what the hell's a Ute. Not a youth. I don't know if you remember.
Of course, my cousin Vinny. I'm the movie guy, remember?
Yeah.
What the hell is a Ute?
That's one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
So, wait, Prodigy, relax, bro.
Whoa, you guys, what is this? Dating photos or what?
So he got drafted by the world's greatest team,
The Miami
Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins.
Julie, the Miami Dolphins.
Right? I want you to say it live right now that the greatest team on earth
Is the Miami Dolphins.
She's about to stab us in the heart right now.
Don't stab me.
Look at her face. Just look at her.
She wanted to say the Patriots.
Undefeated season of 72.
And he is also a married man. So,
Yeah,
ladies,
we
we're
saw
sorry.
the picture. Thanks, Prodigy. I mean, I don't know why you put that there.
So he's going to join us next week. He's going to be in studio with us. And Hitman, your wish has been granted. My mom will make Costa Rican tacos for all of us.
Oh, and Julie's not going to be here again.
She's not?
I'm not?
Oh, you said you kidding.
It sounded like you were.
Oh, my fault. All right.
Damn,
All right. My bad.
dude, like
As a
you fired
producer, I was
her
misinformed.
before.
I'm sorry about that.
No, we got Harvey Weinstein over here.
I'm
Watch
excited.
out.
I'm excited about next week, but maybe 1 week, we'll get a Patriots player here.
Oh.
Make my dreams come true.
I've
Listen.
been writing Tom Brady. He doesn't answer. I don't know. Maybe Gronkowski, since he is retired.
You wrote Tom Brady, but then he wanted me to get off the show because he didn't want me to be just as good looking as he was. So he was like, no, we can't have that.
Honestly, the problem we were having is that, I don't know if you know this, but Tom Brady, every night before he puts his kids to bed, he kind of, his kids.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know that.
What?
You what?
He plays tonsil hockey with his kids every night. You guys did not know this?
You've never seen the video? You've never seen the video?
Serious.
No, what video?
Wow. Okay.
We're not going to play the video
But
right
you're
now.
exaggerating. It's like a peck.
No.
I don't know, man, because when he
I
pulls
don't know.
out, it's like...
Riddle,
You guys are
I had
so
nothing
good.
to
I
do
don't
with
know.
any of this.
That's Riddle's fantasy.
They're connected with a nice saliva
There's
string.
parents.
Oh, we actually have a
Oh,
caller.
that's early.
We haven't even
It's probably Tom
show
Brady.
yet.
Well, thank you for calling the Game Bros show.
No, we're not. We're
Wow.
not.
We're
having
sorry about that. We're very
We're
sorry
not
about
having that.
All right.
So, thanks for sabotaging the show.
Idiots.
We need some way. We need to start screening these calls.
Well,
We're
what do
sorry
we
about that,
have?
guys.
This guy in the background here.
So we're gonna have him next week. So that's awesome.
Yes.
Another bit of news: we are on all your streaming podcast services. So if you go to iTunes, you can get a podcast of ours, SoundCloud, Spotify, Pandora, Stitcher, wherever there is podcasts, we are on there now. Because I know a lot of people love listening to podcasts. They can just pop it in their radio while they're driving or they're working out. So we're in both. I don't know why all these video games people only do audio, when I feel like video games are more of a video format.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
because people don't want to put their faces, man. I think that's what it comes down to.
If it was up to me, I would have both of their faces and then just mine just blurred out.
Oh, come on, man. You're the face of the whole thing.
I hope not, because if not, that's probably why we're not so popular.
Is it the same number?
No, it's not.
Okay. Thank you for calling the Game Bros show.
Okay,
Wow.
we're not gonna be taking any more calls for
Yeah.
a big period of time.
And you know
Can
what?
we write these numbers down, man?
Exactly.
Write them
That's
down.
what I was gonna say. So we're gonna mark these numbers down, so we
Dude.
won't have this problem anymore.
You guys are bigger than Joe Rogan, Jimmy says. I wish. Joe Rogan's a really good radio show. I like his podcast. Radio show podcast. I mean, I could call it radio show.
So, Prodigy, you want to hit the news so we can get into the gaming news?
For sure.
The Apple TV Plus will be more successful than that. So, speaking of successful companies, Nintendo has a Nintendo Switch. How many of you guys have your Nintendo Switches?
I do.
Yeah?
I don't.
No? Why?
It's
Why not?
collecting dust.
They give me headaches because you usually play them in the car, and I get car sick. It gives
Oh,
me
motion
headaches playing-
sickness
yeah,
and all that.
It gives me headaches playing on small devices.
Is there any game that'll compel you to buy a Switch?
Smash Bros.
Smash? Okay.
It's always the
Yeah.
it's always the
Go-to.
go-to. You know how many times I played Smash Bros since I bought it?
Once.
One time.
Yeah.
Well,
Sad
I
to
could
say.
have guessed.
Well, Nintendo wants you to buy a Switch. So they're thinking, okay, let's make two of them. We'll make one for the high-powered gamers, the PC Master Race guys that want power. They're making a
And
power
of course,
Switch,
cheap.
and they're making a cheap version.
So a pro and a not. I mean,
So they're going with the cheaper version. They're going with that. They're going with a dockless system. You know how when you dock
Yeah.
So I guess they're gonna get rid of that and make the Joy-Cons not be able to be removed
interesting.
and just make it a one body system. That's how they're gonna reduce some of the pricing.
So it'll be totally portable then.
Only portable.
Yeah, it'll be only portable.
Yeah. Well, it'll have like a dongle that you could connect to it, so then you could connect it to the TV. The only difference is that you don't have the
Right,
little
okay.
dock.
Yeah, because then it wouldn't be the Switch anymore if it was just portable.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
defeat
since
the whole
you're
purpose
not
of it.
manufacturing the dock, it's of course going to lower the price.
But at the same
Yeah.
time, the Switch, when it's undocked, the game itself is different than when it is docked. When it's docked, you get more power, more performance, better resolution on the screen.
Oh, of course.
And you could put, if I'm not wrong, there's other modes and stuff that you can't when it's undocked. I don't know if you knew that.
Probably depends on the game.
The other thing is just close it, the Skype. The other thing is they're going for a high end one where they have a bigger screen, better resolution, of course a better GPU, CPU.
Okay, I'm gonna answer this one because it's been the same number, but not from the prank calls.
All right, just thank you for calling the GameBros show.
Hi, yeah, I got a question about the Apple Gaming.
Yeah, what's your question?
Crossing my fingers right now.
Gosh, okay, no, that's it.
How many different numbers did that guy call from?
3, nearly 3.
And I wonder what. Okay.
Give me the numbers. I'm gonna have them get hacked later tonight.
Okay, so out of the trust for tonight, guys, we're not gonna be taking any more calls.
Yeah. So close the phone. Thing.
No, we're gonna get your accounts hacked later on tonight. So
Yeah, we're gonna post your phone numbers on Instagram. We're gonna. So would a more powerful Nintendo Switch be better for you, or a cheaper version? Would that, since you don't have one, would that make you buy one, or is it you don't buy it because the games are not good enough? We'll go with you, Julie, first.
I mean, if there's a really good one, I can't go with the cheap one. I always want the best quality one.
So you want to future-proof yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'd probably try out one of your guys's before I go and buy it.
Okay.
But I was thinking about it earlier today when I was at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think that the console or it's a console, both of them. They don't have the games that you would like to play. I don't think it's a price point. I don't think that's what you can make it $100. Yeah, I'll go and get one because it's $100, but I don't think it's gonna give you the gaming that you want.
Oh, so you
That's
both have
true.
Switches?
I have a Switch at home.
So what games do you guys have?
So right now I bought LA Noire first. It was $10 when it when they launched.
How does it run on it?
It runs great. I mean, it's an old game. LA Noire came out for PS3 first. Graphics are amazing. It's a Rockstar game, 2K game. I bought that. I loved it, but I only played it for probably 3 hours total. Then I got Super Smash Bros, Mario Party, and I haven't even opened
ready?
Mario Party. Or Mario Kart? I got both. I have both.
Oh, okay.
And that's what the games. That's what Nintendo's known for. Mario Party, Mario Kart, Super Mario Odyssey. I have that as well. and I've played them, but I haven't
So
completed them.
you have it as your Nintendo system, not so it's added to what you normally have.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, it doesn't have. I'm not running Rainbow on it. I'm not running any shooters. Unfortunately.
Well, Mortal Kombat is coming out for PlayStation and the Switch. Which one are you buying it for?
I probably would buy it for the PlayStation.
Okay.
See, now it'd be nice if I can play it on both. Maybe, or I could. I don't know. maybe I'm asking too much.
See, my thing is that outside of the price points outside of it being more expensive or cheaper, I think they first need to fix their friends list.
Oh yes, that's
Like, that's
horrible.
terrible.
That
Their
whole
social
code,
network
that
is-
whole code
Like-
thing is just
Like,
unbelievable.
fix the fact that if I play a game like The Heist, which is a game that you need to communicate and talk through, I shouldn't have to be playing my game with the Discord thing on. Like, hey guys, we're gonna break into the bank. Okay, guys, let's get them. Like, what is
No,
that?
yeah,
Like, I think they need to fix
it's funny
those
they call
things.
it a Discord. It's a Discord from the game. I mean, it's ridiculous.
So, even saying that, check out our Discord inside in the chat. We put it so you guys. We have a server run by our friend Doodle. He's the one that's running it. So check it out. But I think they have to fix all that before we worry about price points, making it expensive, cheaper, those things, because it's those quality of life things is what makes people want to buy the system.
Yeah,
And those are the kind of things that keep me from wanting to.
it's ease. The interface is just not very good. You go on PlayStation and we have chats so easily. Xbox Live, you have chats so easily. Invitations, it's really simple.
Okay. So speaking of Xbox and Xbox Live, Xbox had their Xbox at ID event, and they had a bunch of games that they showed off. One of them, the first one they showed off was Killer Queen Black. I don't know if you guys had a chance to check it out. It's a really cool, 2D pixel arted game where you pin two teams against each other, and there's different ways to actually win the match. It's 4 players co-op, couch co-op, and all that. You could either kill all the enemies on the screen, or you can collect these orbs and start saving them, or you could get the snail with the orb to cross the finish line. I guess the snail moves super, super slow. That
Yeah.
way, the game keeps moving along. I don't know about you guys, but I like these type of games because I'm a father of 3 boys. So we're always looking for games that 4 people could play at the same time, so we're not fighting over a controller.
The only time you'll see me playing this game is if it's at an arcade, like these
Or
types
at
of games.
the
No,
Game
or
GameBros
right here,
studio
just-
where we gotta fight each other.
Man, I always
Have
figure
you
out-
ever played Towerfall?
It doesn't
We're
ring a
streaming
bell.
it.
We're streaming this
We're
after.
gonna stream it.
We're gonna
After the
have an
show.
We're gonna have an after party
You
stream.
know, remember we played a screen cheat?
Oh,
Yes.
I remember.
You ever played
that.
screen cheat?
No.
Okay, so as a kid, you know what screen cheating is, right? Of course.
Oh, when you look over
No.
to the other screen.
Right,
Oh,
where you don't want your brother, your neighbor.
Sister.
I used to play with my neighbors, and we played GoldenEye all the time. He was screen cheating.
So
you don't want
Jimmy,
screen cheating.
Jimmy, what?
Jimmy, yeah, for sure. Jimmy was one of them. This game, you have to screen cheat in order to win.
Huh.
Yeah, it's very, very cool because you're all invisible.
In order for you to
in
know
order
where
to know
your
where the other
teammate
team-
is, you have to look at his screen and see,
And find
okay, he's in a blue room. So you start running to where there's a blue room. Okay, he's next to a vase or something. Okay, start shooting that when you
How
kill
old
him.
is this game?
Yeah, a couple years old maybe now.
I've never heard
It's
of it.
pretty good. There's a lot of little indie games like this, like Super Meat Boy. Is it Super Meat Boy?
Yeah, there's one that's called Super Meat Boy.
Yeah, Super Meat Boy is another
I'm
one.
gonna before we move, we gotta move on because there's a bunch of other crap we have to talk about.
Yeah.
But Hitman, ever since you joined the show, your mind has been open to these kind of games.
Of course.
Outside
yeah.
of doing the show, you probably would never have come across these games.
That's the thing. I wouldn't have come across them. Maybe if you now we talk about Stadia, you see a video of it. Oh man, I want to play that. Where if we don't talk about it and our viewers get to see it, they'll now go and get to download it. But these indie games, unless you go and watch videos and see them, you're never gonna play them. And these games are really, really good and underrated.
Just like VR, I actually got Oculus was me. We were going back and forth because I was telling him that with VR, it's difficult for you to say, "Hey, VR is awesome. This game is awesome." And another thing is actually putting them on. I know Riddle experienced that. That she was able to play a game and actually put it on. And when they're actually gonna send us an Oculus Quest, so we could start basically like having people demo it here in the studio or when we go out and about. So Julie, you'll get to. I mean, Riddle.
Will I be first?
Riddle. Yeah, you'll get to pop the Quest's cherry.
Okay.
She's like,
So Riddle will be the Quest model.
You might need a backup TV.
We're gonna have to get her.
Backup TV.
There's no TV with the Quest. Remember?
No, I know, but remember.
Oh, wait, she's punching.
That
the
one went
TV.
over Julian's head. Yeah, I understood.
Yeah.
Because you're very violent with the VR stuff. It's
So we'll get you a black shirt. We'll get you the Quest, and then you can model it and all that good stuff. So another cool game that came out is Outer Worlds. It's reminds me of No Man's Sky, right, Prodigy?
Yeah, just a little bit with the whole planetary and like space exploration type of aspect. It seemed pretty cool.
Hmm.
So that's another indie game that they're
Outer
working
Wilds.
with, Outer Wilds.
Oh, interesting.
And then one of the other cool ones that they did, I don't drink. Prodigy doesn't drink. I know the rest of the people in the studio,
I
Ill
drink.
Skills, are
Drink
resident
tea,
Battleborn. No alcohol.
lemonade. Oh, I put them all.
So they got this game that's coming out. It's called After Party.
Ooh, interesting.
So let me give you the premise of the game. Oh wait, show those off
Okay,
before
okay,
I get
okay,
into.
yeah.
So these are other games that they showed off. They have the Void. It reminds me kind of like I want to say
Seven,
Apex almost, but in a cartoony world. This one I had no idea what the heck.
No,
it
you don't
is.
remember that game for PlayStation 2 called
This
Seven?
game looks like
You don't remember that?
some weird
Mumbo
they didn't
jumbo.
explain. They didn't give a good explanation
I'm
on
sorry,
this
but
game.
yeah, that's what it looks like. The Void looked cool. The Void looked like what you
Yeah.
said.
Wait, this isn't the after party game,
Then-
is it?
No. We'll get into the after party
This
later.
is like a racing game with a shopping cart.
That sounds like something I've done before. You guys have never done that? Never gotten to a shopping
Oh, of
cart?
course. We got
We've done
videos on
games.
YouTube of doing that.
This
This is like another like Nintendo Pets, Nintendo Cat, Nintendo Dog,
yeah, there's like a platformer with like your dog and cat or
and you
something.
take pictures. That's weird. So this is After Party.
I remember that Nintendo Pets.
So After Party is a game where you have two people that died, and they go to hell, and then when they get to hell, they find out there's a loophole to get out of hell, and the loophole is that they have to outdrink Satan.
That
That's
sounds
my type of game.
That sounds really hard.
It sounds like a Riddle Steam streaming game to me. The first time I read this.
Wait, but do we have to actually drink while playing the game? No,
You- that's up to you guys. I don't condone drinking. I'm not a drinker, so I don't know. But that's up to you. If you guys want to do every time the character takes a shot, you take a shot. It's gonna be interesting by like
Oh
the
my.
20th shot, because the way it works, 7 you're done. See, that goes to show you I don't know about drinking. So the way the
Riddle,
game
we're gonna
works
have
is
to
that
try
the
this.
shots that they take, they get different abilities, and they have different ways to answer questions.
Oh, I get different abilities too with each shot.
More courage, more courage.
Wait, it affects your decision making?
It defends it affects the decisions you make, and like there's a shot that you drink, and then he starts talking like a pirate, and so that it's like an adventure game type of that you're trying to solve puzzles and stuff, and it's done through the drinking.
Sometimes I sound like Sir William Wallace when I have too much.
Can you do me impression?
Why didn't I have Sir William Wallace?
There you go. That's perfect. So that was, and they of course they showed off the Void, a bunch of different cool games, and that was ID at Xbox this week.
After party. It's not like our after parties here at the studio.
No, ours are more laid back.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun.
Well, today's after party is sponsored by Mr. Hitman over here that bought ramen.
Oh yeah, we got some Japanese food waiting for us at a very good local Japanese restaurant that I like. It's should I name it? I don't know, we're not getting advertisement for these people, but it's Shima. Places
Soon.
soon, yeah, maybe. Really good Japanese place right here in Miami Lakes. Authentic, I think, especially for the price. And if you guys don't know what Shima stands for, it stands for island. If you
Oh,
guys didn't
cool.
know that.
Hiroshima.
Large island. Even though Hiroshima, the city, is not an island.
I just
It's
got
more of a
learned.
delta. It's interesting.
That's cool.
But anyway, yeah, we got some ramen, we got sushi. A lot of
Can't
things.
wait, man. Hurry up, Prodigy. Finish this show.
Things I do not eat.
Really? We have chicken katsu and rice. You don't eat ramen?
You don't eat
I
cat
eat
soup?
cup of noodles.
That's the
It's
same
like
thing.
that.
But I
better.
strictly only eat cup of noodles.
All right, well, you're gonna have to try these first.
Did you guys bring any enchiladas from? No, no.
No, they disappeared before they got
Stevie
here.
ate them all.
Did you really? Ah.
So a big announcement that my brother DJ Fuego, if you guys know him, he's very excited about this game that's coming out on April 16th. There's early access for a small little game called Dreams. It's coming out early access. Really good game. It's a game within a gaming engine, basically. And then PlayStation had something called the State of Play. When I heard that, I thought it was going to be this big conference. They were going to announce big things. They were going to announce a new PlayStation or VR, and we got none of that. But we did get a lot of new announcements, a bunch of new games, and one of them is Iron Man VR. If you hear Iron Man VR, Riddle, what's the first thing that pops into your mind?
Me and the first thing, Iron Man VR.
Yeah,
The first thing.
or anything. First thing, second, third.
Well, the first thing was Robert Downey Jr. But me and Julian were watching the State of Play.
Me and Prodigy.
Me and Prodigy were watching the State of Play at the same time, and I got so excited when I saw Iron Man come on, didn't I?
Yeah.
Did you see Robert Downey?
She was out
Jr.?
there screaming. She's like, "Oh my!"
Robert Downey Jr. was not in that.
No, but it's
No,
VR.
you are Robert Downey
Yeah,
Jr.
it's VR. You're a superhero. Like, how awesome is that?
That is awesome.
Why?
Do we have any Iron Man sounds? That'd be so cool. We had some.
No, we don't. But we
need
can
the,
get some.
We need the sound it makes when he pulls his hand out. Yeah, sounds like
Yeah,
a
but
high output camera.
So are you a big Iron Man fan?
I love all superheroes. I'm a big Marvel fan. So I'm really excited about this game.
Yeah, my youngest son, Bastion, he walked in there and he looked at the screen. He's like, "Dad, they're making an Iron Man VR game. Can I go play it right now?" I'm like, "No, it's not out yet." He was all excited, like, "I want to fly around and start zapping things." I'm like, "Just relax. It'll be out soon." It's actually coming out in spring, it says.
Okay.
So, spring is around now. So,
I have that
Maybe
much
some-
time to get a VR headset.
Oh yeah.
believe it or not, that one scene completely started the MCU, the whole Iron Man, the Captain America, the whole thing with Avengers. So it was a momentum like that to me. The first Iron Man was one of my favorite
Very good movie.
movies for the MCU thing. Second one was not so good.
And
Yeah,
third
yeah, I
one
think
was
so.
completely bomb. Like, just
Yeah.
sucked.
Yeah, the first one's definitely the best. The whole thing with Mickey Rourke in the movie, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
As a villain.
So the other game, and it was something that Mr. Hitman at the end of the table predicted.
Me? Yeah.
Yeah, you predicted
I-
this.
I-
No. I predicted
No,
this.
Riddle predicted
I
this.
predicted this, and you guys shot me down.
Why are you trying to steal my
You
thunder?
guys shot me down.
We're live.
I
Why
could
are you...
have sworn
No,
that
it was
Hitman
me.
said
It was me.
it would
All right,
be awesome.
let's
I remember
see
the
what it
exact
was.
Sadly, it was Riddle.
I remember the
She-
exact response. No way, they can't do that. It's too vast. The world is too vast for that.
And what are we talking about?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
We're
Tell our viewers.
We're
Yeah, right
talking about the new No Man's Sky for VR.
Yes. So
And I said that it was too vast?
I think it was Julian that said that, but
I'm
I know I got
Prodigy.
shot down.
Now that we're
I
going
said that.
back, I
I
remember
said that.
saying that VR
I
would be
did be-
perfect for No Man's Sky.
I
Yeah,
also remember
but
that.
I
Good thing
just
this show's
I didn't
recorded,
expect
right?
it.
Yeah,
I
we'll
did- I
go
really
back
didn't
and we'll
expect
check. But so Prodigy. So No Man's Sky is coming out with a new expansion pack, a DLC that's going to be free for everybody that owns the game. It is called Beyond. And this game, this new DLC for the PlayStation will come with an update
And beyond.
and it'll let you be able to play the whole game in VR.
So it is going to be VR now. Ah, they're listening. I knew it.
It kind of
dividends.
feels like they do listen to our show and they
match
just
made
steal
in
our
heaven.
ideas.
This summer, Hello
Those
Games
SOBs.
plans to release No
But,
Man's Sky
so what do you guys
Beyond,
think?
a major update
No Man's
that
Sky in
adds,
VR.
You guessed it.
Well, I'd have to get VR first, but I would play it here in the studio in the time being. Now, see, this is something that would want to play on VR. It's just
Now-
you're submersed in the game into VR. You want to be submersed in this vast world.
I don't really know the exploration thing. So, I mean, it's cool that they need it in VR, but
They don't like explore. Not really explore. Laura.
No, but I love the story. Story movie.
Alex
Yes.
is only saying that because you used to Riddle being the backpack and carrying Hitman and Rainbow Six.
Shots fired.
Okay, fine.
So we're excited for that. The other thing that they showed off was a little game called Ready Set Heroes. It's a top-down
Ooh,
dungeon
like
style game, like kind of like Gauntlet for old school gamers like us. So basically, the premise of this game is that there's actually two teams. They're both in identical dungeons, and they're going through the dungeon. And at the end, both teams will meet each other and fight to the death.
Riddle, you like
Battle
these top-down
Royale.
type of games?
I do.
You do. I know you do. We both. Riddle, have you done these?
No.
Like Lara Croft had.
When we were watching this, Riddle specifically said, "I'm probably never gonna play this game."
Really?
Yep.
I mean, it's one screen, so you don't. You just everyone's just going all kind of crazy. I forget the game. I can't remember now. Where you just. I think it's a zombie game. Everything is just.
Zombie Nation
It might be. Yeah.
and Alien Nation, Housemark.
All you're doing
PlayStation
is just
C.
laying down bullets across the
And with
screen with your
twin
toggle
stick-
sticks. Yeah.
twin stick shooter. Yeah,
You just
Zombie
literally
Nation.
just see like spraying the whole time. It's really
I love
fun.
those games.
A
She
lot
doesn't
of
know
fun.
what she's missing.
Yeah,
She
I
doesn't know.
Wait, so everyone's playing this on one screen?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh no! Oh no! You're playing in
top
your
down.
house.
Oh, okay.
I'm playing my
well,
house.
yeah, but
But
it's
we're all
one
playing.
screen, and you're seeing your characters all four on one
Yeah.
on one screen. Yeah.
And then when we, sorry, then when we get to the end, we get to smash the other team. Sounds like my kind of jam.
Smash potatoes.
You don't like smashing the other team?
Oh, I never. Jeez.
This kid. That's
Prodigy.
right. Show your
What do you
shirt.
mean?
Show your
What do you
shirt off.
mean? Hey, no.
You shouldn't even know what that means.
You wore this shirt. You might as well display it. Look at that. Look at this shirt. Producer, seducer. That's why he's cracking up with the smash jokes.
Nah. You
The-
did that. You did that unintentionally.
Oh,
I know you
Gang
did.
Beasts. Yeah, look, see, Jimmy's mentioning Gang Beasts.
Oh, gang beast.
We gotta play Gang Beasts. Gang Beasts is
we
awesome.
play-
All
this-
these sound like after party streams.
If we play
These are
gang beast,
after
guess
party.
what? We cannot play with my son, Bastion. He'll wreck all us. He'll wreck every single one of us.
I'll own him.
Speaking of VR, there's a game called Blood and Truth.
This one looks really good.
Why do you like this one? Because there's guns, violence.
Yes.
No, she said she liked the hot guys in the game.
That's
The hot
no.
guys? There's hot
Why
guys.
is
in
Blitz
there?
in this game?
Blitz is the only one for me.
No,
Oh,
but
wow.
this game, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
I can't tell from here, but is that those look like actors, like real actors?
No, this is all a game.
Kind of looks like that guy from Resident Evil 1, the first Resident Evil.
Yeah.
The guy that gets sliced by all the lasers. Remember that scene?
Damn, how do you remember that?
I have a really good memory. Even photographic, man. Even.
But this game looks exactly what people have been asking for. Like, why should I get VR? What game is out there that'll compel me to buy it? Well, this is one of those.
Really, did you look? I haven't been able to see this. But what did you see like about it exactly? Oh, I
don't
mean, the
know,
graphics look amazing.
I know. I love realistic games, and then the fact that you can be one of these people and everything look real caught my attention. You know what I mean? It's like you're actually in this place. It doesn't look cartoony or.
This might be the best looking first person shooter for VR I've seen yet.
What was the one that Firestorm, right?
Oh my gosh, you just said that. In like
Fire Team.
Well, Firestorm, no.
no.
Fire Team Bravo,
Farpoint.
Farpoint.
Well, Farpoint. It was the.
You talking about that one?
No, I was
That
talking
one
about
was okay.
Fire
We
Team,
played
the
it.
one that's like Rainbow Six.
Oh,
but in
Firewall 0 Hour.
VR. Firewall
Oh,
Zero.
I need to play that one still.
Yes.
That one's amazing. That one's another one that's just like this.
Yeah.
Oh, Blood or Truth. This looks good, and it's a linear game.
Yeah,
I'm
it's like a
assuming.
story,
It's a
like
story-based.
action adventure
Yeah.
type of VR game.
which I like. I think I wonder now if they're you know how I always want linear games. I want my linear games back.
Yeah,
I want story. I wonder if they're leaning towards putting more linear games for VR and everything multiplayer on just your regular console.
I think what Sony's doing, because this is Sony's games and stuff, I think what they're doing is that they said, you know what, we'll make the linear story-based games and, single player, story-driven game, and we'll let the other guys do all that multiplayer stuff. Like, you see it with Days Gone, you see it with God of War, you see it with Uncharted,
Last of Us, yeah.
Last of
Horizon.
Us. So they're using their first-party studios to make those type of games for people like you and I.
Yeah.
And then they'll use the Ubisofts to make the games that Riddle and Prodigy like to play.
Yeah.
The ones that you go around.
That's
just
why
shoot
I'm a
people in the face
PlayStation
and
guy.
stabbing everybody.
That's exactly why I'm a PlayStation guy, for those exclusive storylines.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid was the number one reason why.
Once you jumped on that boat, you never jumped off, huh?
No, I'm still sinking with the ship.
This ship ain't sinking.
Oh yeah, there's no more Metal,
so
no
he's
more
not
Metal
going
Gear
anywhere.
games, but no, I meant the series.
The other game is Observation, and I know that Prodigy loved this game.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I like the whole space and like the astronaut type of like storyline or stuff like that because I like those type of movies myself. And when I saw this, I was very intrigued because I felt like it was going to be an interesting game to play.
What
So,
was-
Reminded me of the movie Gravity.
Gravity.
but
When I first saw it, I got that creepy vibe, like that movie.
Oh man, yeah. I know I can't. Life.
Exactly.
Oh, that
I
movie
remember that
still
movie.
scares me, man. I could not go home and go
Like
to sleep.
seeing those little rooms and being all claustrophobic like that. That reminded me of that movie. I'm down to play it.
Dude, these games look amazing. I don't remember seeing any VR.
This is not
this is
VR.
not VR.
This is not VR?
No.
The other one was.
The
but
other
this
one was.
not.
Oh. I'm sorry, this looked
See,
like
this,
VR to me.
yeah, this would have been interesting to me if it was VR.
For
yeah.
sure.
There's a game like this in
But
VR.
this
It's
looks
called The
interesting.
Drift.
I like this already. I mean, the observation.
Yeah.
May
yeah.
21st. There's so
And
many
it's-
games coming out, man.
And they're like
So
May,
many games.
April, May, June.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really want to get freaked out, and speaking of VR, this next game will definitely do it for you.
You guys know what this is?
Is that the Momo character?
No.
No, no Momo.
How could I not? When I used to teach in California, like all the kids, everyone was this for Halloween. All the
Really?
characters.
Wait,
Halloween?
wait. Rewind. You used to teach in California?
I was a substitute teacher,
What did you teach?
math class.
Math? Okay. That's cool.
Yeah,
I love math.
What's 7 times 7?
49.
She's really good.
If she was teaching second graders. So why your students were all, crazy about Friday Night at Freddy's?
Five Nights.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Friday Nights at
Friday
Freddy's?
Nights at Freddy's sounds really bad.
That's actually my kind of game.
Hey guys, it's gonna be Friday Night at Freddy's, all right?
That trap, what was it?
Whoa.
This is all the rage for kids these days.
These scary little characters.
I don't know how parents let their kids play this.
They shouldn't.
Well, back in the original one was a iPad game or a iPhone, a mobile game.
It was a PC game, and they got ported to mobile.
Mm.
Just
But-
much quicker.
But mobile was where it.
Where it blew up
Blew
because
up,
all
right?
the kids got access of it. Everybody's on their tablets. I
Mhm.
remember me in elementary playing with my friends in the cafeteria with my tablet playing this game.
That's
so
crazy.
you said the kids would dress up like this in California?
Yeah, the kids.
Damn,
dress up
I've never
for
seen.
Halloween.
I've never seen
You've never
kids.
seen costumes?
For kids?
We're gonna have
Five Nights at
Are
Freddy's?
you
No.
serious? Yes.
Imagine
I've
that.
seen shirts. I've seen
No.
T-shirts.
So what
Costume.
is Five Nights at Freddy? What is that?
Yes, explain it to me too, because I guess I'm too old
Does
for
anybody
it.
know? I don't have no idea.
Prodigy played it with his kids.
It's literally you're basically like a person that watches guards over like Chuck E. Cheese almost, but it's
They do
it's
look
called,
like Chuck E. Cheese characters.
Yeah, it's called
That
like
is so true.
It's called Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, and basically you're just there guarding at night. But the thing is that the animatronics, like the bears and stuff like that, come to life,
I've
and they
never
try to
gone Chuck E.
haunt you,
Cheese.
and they try to kill you because you're there on the cameras guarding the restaurant at night.
So, what's the objective of the game?
You gotta survive nights by locking them out of where you are, looking at your cameras of the pizzeria and stuff like that. I know they made 2, 3, and 4, but I never played those. I've only played the first one.
Well,
I'm never going to Chuck E. Cheese ever again.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Chuck E. Cheese
Friday nights
stocks
at
are
Chuck E.
going
Cheese.
down.
I think the most popular one the kids dress up as is Foxy. I just know that one, Foxy.
Oh, that's the fox, the orange
Interesting. I
one.
didn't know that.
Oh,
I think
really?
we could have
Foxy?
seduced that. Right,
Wow,
from the name.
Riddle,
I
thanks.
thought that was the duck.
Wow, yeah.
Another good game that I can't wait for is a game that actually uses a lot of art. I'm not very artistic. I'm hoping this game will teach me how to draw and do stuff. It's actually called Concrete Genie. Prodigy, this game is like has your name
Right up
all
my
over
alley.
it. Honestly, when I first saw it, when they announced it like 3 years ago, I thought of your mom.
Yeah.
Because your mom used to write graffiti all over Miami. So I'm like, this is a perfect game for her.
I don't think that would have been good to say on stream.
Yeah, she's
So
old
you
now.
catch
They
him.
can't do anything.
So you play as
for
a
her now.
character and you do art.
So basically, this kid is an artist, and it has to do with bullying. So you'll see right here in the scene, they're bullying him because he's different. So what he starts doing is that he starts drawing on walls, and the monsters or the things that he draws come to life. Now you get to create the monsters that are drawn on the walls. It's not like it's automatic, like a sticker or something. You draw your own, and you make it your own, and they come to life, and they help them deal with the bullying.
Interesting.
And the cool thing is that they added a VR mode to it, so it's gonna be cool to be able to draw on the walls with the move controllers and actually see your drawing come to life
That's
in
interesting.
VR.
So you can become an artist somewhat into the game. That's cool. I think kids can relate
Yeah,
to
I
that.
love the message of the game.
Yeah.
It's really cute. I told Prodigy that it reminded me of Epic Mickey.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
hmm
What do you like about the message?
It sends out a good message for how kids who are getting bullied, he's using something to help cope with that. He found something and used it in a positive way.
Yeah.
Especially these days with bullying is like a big thing with kids and stuff, man. I was never a big fan of bullies.
Yeah. So I like
I don't
the
think
whole
it is.
theme of it, and it's awesome that they're shining a light on bullying and how to deal with it. I know there's other games that deal a lot with. I forgot this game. It's called Hellblade something, where it has to do with her coping with.
Oh, Hellblade like Chronicles, I think is what it's called.
Is dealing with mental illness issues.
Mm.
So it's the game. It feels like a scary game, but it's all happening in her mind because she's still trying to deal with mental health issues. So I'm glad that they're actually taking the time to make games to have a purpose, not just hey, we're just gonna make a game that goes around shooting, killing, because that's the thing that people that don't game think that games are all about. When they're not. We play games and we know they're all different. That's
yeah.
not what they're all about.
Don't let the media get a hold of the games. They just put Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty on there. That's it.
Yeah. So I'm glad that they make these games so other people that are outside, you can say, hey, but check out this game that talks about mental health issues or bullying or X or Y or Z. So I'm glad they're actually doing this. And one of the last games they showed off was Days Gone. We've seen this game a bunch of times.
Oh yeah, man! I
But
can't
here's
wait for
some more
this.
footage of it.
They gave a little story actually with this trailer, which made me a little excited.
That's what I'm very interested in is
Yeah.
finding out more about the character. I mean, obviously, the zombies. I think they call them something else in this game. I forget what they're.
They said it in the trailer.
Yeah,
I forgot the name of
they're
it.
not walkers, not day walkers, or however people call
The
them.
freakers.
The freakers. The freakers.
That's what it's called.
And you know what? That's actually a perfect name for these guys because they're fast.
Mhm.
They're so fast.
Oh, I hate fast zombies.
Kind of
They
like
kill me.
World War Z zombies. Like those are.
Yeah.
It looks like World War Z zombies.
Yeah, they look like World War Z zombies. This game is gonna be pretty epic.
So are you excited for this game, Hitman?
Oh yeah.
What
Yeah, I
about
like
you,
the whole
Riddle?
I like the whole biker look to the character.
Yeah, he kind of looks like you.
Yeah. Yeah. I was a biker too at one point, so
Yeah, I remember those
Yeah.
that phase in your life.
I'll get one again.
It kind of has like the Last of Us feel to it, which is why I'd give it a try. It looks pretty good.
What about you, Prodigy?
I don't know. I just want to try a new single player game to see if it interests me. And I like the way I like the story. When I looked at the trailer, it looked like interesting, something new. So I'm excited.
That's it. Interesting. Come on, man. This
Yeah.
game is like huge. It's our.
It looks.
It's I think
it
our
looks
first
good.
exclusive for
I'm not-
PlayStation right this
For
year.
this year, yes.
Man,
Yeah.
in quarter two, it's gonna be epic.
Yep.
Blasting zombies all
And
day.
then the state of play ended with a Mortal Kombat thing. We'll talk about Mortal Kombat later. Overall, like this is the first time they did this state of play. They said they're gonna do it more often throughout the year. What do you guys feel about it? I know Wrecker in the chat said it sucked. I guess he was like me, that I was expecting something like, hey, a new VR2 headset, or I guess we're expecting, something else.
Something new as opposed to just, hey, this is what's going on right now.
Yeah, we got new stuff. We got the Iron Man. We got new games, but I guess we were both expecting a little bit more since it was their first one. But I guess they just set the bar, so like we know next time they do the second state of play, we know what to expect and not. Because if they in the first time they come out of the gate, they announce a new PlayStation peripheral, everybody's gonna want that. Oh, the next state of play, they're gonna announce a new peripheral,
and then everyone's gonna be
disappointed.
Yeah.
So I guess they wanted to set like a low bar, so the second one's really good. It's like, hey, it was better than the first one, so you get optimistic. What do you guys feel, Riddle? Were you happy with it?
I mean, when I watched it, I was immediately satisfied when I started seeing the VR game. So I think that completely distracted me from what I guess my expectations were. I mean, I thought I was pretty satisfied.
Okay.
Yeah, I loved all the games that came out.
I think it's more of a refresher. Like, hey, this is what's going on. This is what we have. I don't think they wanted to launch anything new where it's going to be all the focus will be on that.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's what the intention was. Maybe I could be wrong. Who knows? But it's more like this is like a summary, for lack of a better word.
What about you, Prodigy?
No, I definitely felt the same way. I felt like this is just something that is just to be like, okay, guys, we're at this point in time. This is what we're going to release at this half of the year, and that's really what I felt it was going to be.
Yeah, something like, hey guys, we're still working on stuff. Don't we're not leaving you guys stranded. We're making games. We're still VR still a thing, because I know a lot of people thought that PlayStation was gonna abandon VR, but they were like, hey, we're still here. So
I don't think they would be. They'd be foolish to abandon.
Everybody keeps doubling down. Oculus made a new Oculus Rift. Well, it started with HTC Vive. They made the HTC Vive Pro. Now you got Oculus Rift S and Quest. So I don't see why they would quit. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know if you guys ever heard of a game called Boderlands.
No.
Well, Gearbox makes this game called Boderlands. It's where like the whole game is basically like a tower defense game where you make a wall and then the Mexicans try to jump over the wall, and then you're just like tower defensing, and you say, "This is my borderland." And that's what the game's about. Have you played it?
Is this produced by Donald Trump or something?
Yeah, I hope you guys know I was kidding, right? It was just a joke. It's just a joke. So since we're going to speak Borderlands, we're going to bring our Borderlands expert, our boy, Sir Illskills. There's no one that I know that knows more about this game than Mr. Illskills. I think he's like quadruple platinum, the first and second, the sequel, the pre-sequel. Did you play Tales of the... We need to get him a mic.
Yeah.
You want me to...
No, just...
And
So
I
he's
see
gonna-
Jeff
he's gonna slide
Sweato
over here a little
looks
bit.
like he's a big Borderlands fan. So if you want to call in, Jeff, send like a message or something. Maybe we could get you to get in. I have your number, I think, so I'll know it's you. If you want to call in and ask any questions for our Borderlands expert.
So they had there was PAX East, right? And they had like a little conference. They showed off Borderlands 3. I don't know if Mr. Prodigy wants to hit the trailer.
Yeah, that little trailer right there changed everybody's life for a little bit. We've been waiting for this game for so long. It's not even funny, but at the same time, like I feel why they're taking their time with it. They have to make it perfect. You know, I think the prequel was a little rushed. Wasn't my favorite out of all of them. So I guess they felt that from the community, you know. So with the third one, I think that's why they're taking so long to produce it so well.
Okay, so they made the first one. They made the second one. Then the prequel was the third game they actually made.
Yeah, correct.
But it was kind of a step back, right?
Yeah. When you actually play, there's like two different sections of it. So like the first half is like the right order should be Borderlands 1, then the prequel, the part of the prequel, then it goes to Borderlands 2, and then on the prequel there's like it has like present flashbacks and stuff. Then that sets, and then you have the Tales, and then you'll have a 3 that follows after.
So I never got into the whole Borderlands game. Honestly, I just couldn't get into it, I guess. But is it a story or multiplayer? Both?
It's both. It's mostly a co-op, to tell the truth. That's what made it so fun. It was more of a co-op.
Split screen too, if you wanted to.
Yeah,
Really?
You can actually split screen and then co-op.
But they had a multiplayer section of it, or the multiplayer is
No,
the co-op.
they never had
basically,
that.
they want you to have 4 players.
Yeah.
So the way we used to run,
Like
it was
Recon.
me and Quito, and we would do split screen, and we would split screen with ill skills. So,
Yeah.
so
I
basically,
did
they
not know
want you to
that.
do 4 players all the time,
Is
right?
it too late for someone like me to get into the game, or you guys are like, oh no, you
No,
can't get
no.
in the game
You
now?
can get into it. You can actually jump into it now, and it's awesome, dude.
They,
It
they
really is.
remastered everything in 4K, right?
Yeah, they remastered everything. That they even have it for VR, I think.
They got
Interesting.
Borderlands 2 VR,
Yeah.
and they just added the capability of using the aim controller, so you actually have the machine gun, and you're like laying down.
I'm gonna be doing
So
that.
it's now on VR.
Borderlands 2,
Borderlands 2.
Oh.
and
Riddle,
they're
I
gonna
think
come
we
out
should
with
get in on this.
they're
Yeah.
gonna come out
Well,
with
the
free
co-op
DLC.
mode sold me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you haven't played Borderlands either.
I played bits and pieces of it on my friend, like when my friend had it, but
Because maybe this is something that we can do now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Since
no, you
we
guys
are
can
new
do
to
it now.
it.
I will tell you, I have the Handsome Jack collection. If you guys want to jump into it, I
The
will
Handsome
let-
what?
Handsome Jack collection.
Handsome Jeg.
Jack.
Handsome Jack. Oh. Jack.
And I would gladly play with you guys. I spent endless hours farming bosses, Easter eggs.
Can you
everything.
give us like an elevator pitch of what is the game? What's it about?
What's it about? Oh, to sum everything
Claptrap
up, pretty
fan
much.
club.
Yeah, claptrap. No, pretty much is vault hunters, and the first one you're really looking for a vault, which you think there's riches and stuff. You actually find out that there's companies fighting in the planet. They have a monster locked up, tries to kill everybody. Then like a special material comes out, and everybody wants a special one. When the second one comes along, it's more the vault hunters getting tricked by Handsome Jack, which is the Hyperion guy, and he just wants to control a weapon that was locked up inside of another vault.
Yeah.
Then when you finish everything, it's more kind of like everything sets up is on the end scene. Spoiler alerts for anybody. I'm sorry.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
But
Dude, it's been like 12 years, so sorry. but
Has
the-
it been that long since the first Borderlands came out?
So
Oh my God.
the beauty of this game is, and the loop is that the loot is the loop, right? You're
Yeah.
getting new weapons, new shields, different augmentations, different.
no two guns are the same. No two guns are ever the same.
That's
Like,
why they show that there's gonna be like a million weapons,
Yeah, when they
right?
actually say a million weapons, it's for real. Like I remember having one weapon, the Infinity Pistol. It was a legendary. You had all variations because you have elements that go into it. Then different
Fire,
scopes,
electricity,
fire ray,
acid.
recoil, everything. And on the third one, they're actually adding a new element. I think it's a nuclear.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. The only thing I hope they improved on is on the enemies. I don't know if you remember,
It's
like
kind of easy to just kind of like dodge.
no, I don't mind that. Like the ones that I mind is that you have a stag, and it's a green stag, a blue stag, a yellow stag. You're like, come on, just can you give me something different?
Yeah.
Just don't just change the color and the element on it. I wanted to see more of a variety of enemies.
Yeah, actually, on the second one, they actually improved that a lot. Like, you do have a lot of different enemies. Variations of them came through. They even had the enemies that evolve if you don't kill them within time.
Oh
And,
yeah, I remember that.
And there's secret bosses, actually, of Arcade. If you actually get to involve it, it's very hard to do. But when you do
Yeah.
it, it turns into like a secret boss and has a special drop for it, too. So,
And the cool thing is that you get all these drops, and each character, you have a sniper class, you have like a tank.
yeah, you have the Sirens, which is, like, I guess the most important one, if you will. It's always a soldier, a hunter, and the Siren.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is more like a berserker type thing. But the whole siren thing is like only 6 of them can exist, and when you get into it, you learn that pretty much.
How many different characters are in the game?
Playable is always going to be 4.
There's only 4 playables.
Yeah, only 4
Okay.
playables.
Can you have 2 soldiers? Or like I remember Zero was one. He was a ninja.
Yeah, he was.
You couldn't have like 2 ninjas though. Like you
in
couldn't
the
have
same team. I think you can. I don't remember. I didn't get to co-op with a lot of people, to tell the truth.
because Quito asked me that, and I'm like, oh, you know what, dude? I'm not sure because we always pick different characters.
No, I think you should be able to do it. Since at the end of the day, it's your profile. If you have a 0 and I have a 0, I think we can both go inside the same game. It's not like
Okay.
it's It's not like Siege, like you have to be.
Yeah,
something
like
specific.
create a new character.
Yeah, no.
But there's a tree that you could create, and you have attributes that you can add to
different
them.
skills and
Different
stuff.
skill points. You can make it aggressive or passive,
Defensive or
stuff
supportive.
like that.
Yeah.
Tiny Tina is a playable character in Borderlands 3.
No, everybody thought she was. We still don't know. She's not really gonna be a playable.
Didn't they say it
No. Did they?
Tiny Tina.
at the conference?
Oh, they actually did. I was working, so I like shut it off after it started bugging out.
We could get into the whole conference. I know Prodigy wanted to say some stuff, right?
Yeah, that conference was terrible.
Yeah, that like once the video started bugging out, I was like, okay, my expectations are dead. I just.
What do
turned it
you
off.
mean bugging out? Can you explain what happened, Prodigy?
Well, basically when they were doing the showing off the video of the new trailer for actually the 4K remastered version of Borderlands, the computer, like the laptop actually, because they said in the conference the laptop started bugging out really, really bad, and they couldn't pull off the video to show it in 4K, and sadly that caused a lot of disappointment in the crowd. You could hear it, and disappointment for those viewers that are watching, because honestly it showed maybe lack of preparation, and it just wasn't good for Gearbox. Wasn't looking good for them.
Yeah, and even the owner of Gearbox, Randy Pitchford, was like, dude, like if we would have known this was gonna happen, we'd have brought our own equipment instead of
Yeah.
relying on you guys. And you guys,
Yeah.
this was like and they showed a picture of like hundreds of people that worked on the game, and they're like,
Yeah.
dude, all these people worked really hard to make this happen for you to drop the ball, and it was pretty sad.
Yeah.
And that's I think PAX is gonna take a big hit from that, to be honest.
Embarrassing.
For that embarrassment.
Yeah, I don't think that another gaming company is going to say, hey, we're going to announce something at PAX. They'll probably just do their own conference or just put it on
Yeah.
YouTube and just send out a press report to everybody. Say, hey, look, this just happened.
Or they can put it right here. We'll do it.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Soon, hopefully one day we'll get to that point where they can, present stuff on our show. That'll be cool.
We'll
So-
have Riddle, our new model.
AAA. We can use AAA.
Oh, that's right.
What the?
Oh.
We can use both. Why not have Riddle and AAA at the same
more the
time?
I
merrier.
don't exist anymore.
Taking shots at you.
2 for front, 3 for party.
Before we move on, sell us on Borderlands 3. What are you looking forward to in Borderlands 3?
How much is Gearbox paying you?
Not enough. Dude, I can't even say it. I'm gonna say for me to still play that game, and it's still entertaining. The whole. I know not a lot of people, the whole cartoony thing kind of like throws them off, but at least as an adult, like I kind of like the gory.
Yeah, I don't like
a lot of
cartoons.
the jokes, that they say and stuff. So it's not like kind of like I'll just go out start killing people and stuff like that. It's actually
It's got
pretty
good humor.
entertaining,
The
yeah.
game has good
Yeah,
humor.
it has good humor. There's a lot of Easter eggs, like tons of Easter
What
eggs.
kind of
A lot-
humor? You said humor makes me laugh. We're
Yeah,
gonna-
very, very dark
gonna
humor
make
if you're
me
into
laugh.
that too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Riddle, you think we can invite him to play with us or no?
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe I don't want to play with you guys.
Okay. We'll get do our own game.
Actually, when it came to Borderlands 3, I was my prediction on it. I think, and I'll be kind of disappointed if they don't, because everything is kind of like multiplayer nowadays. I would actually love to see them at least do a little section on multiplayer and have everybody as a playable character. I think that would
Like a PvP style.
yeah. But like a little PvP because you have the cars and all that stuff you can play around with.
You never know. Maybe
Yeah,
they're
they
watching
did it with
now.
Battleborn.
They'll do that.
So Battleborn did it.
Battleborn. Wah, wah.
We will not talk about the game that will not be talked of.
Yeah.
I like Battleborn.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, if you don't know, you can't afford it.
Yeah. Oof.
So we're gonna move on.
Shots fired.
Hitman. There's a lot of free games coming out now. It is a
Ooh.
change of the month, and when we change the month, we get free games. So Xbox announced their games with gold. So you need to have an Xbox Live subscription to get these games for free. Just like the PlayStation Plus, they give you free games. So please go on your Xbox if you have Xbox Live and get these games for free. Once you get them, they're yours. You get to keep them in
Forever.
your library.
Free is for me.
So what did Xbox give us this month?
So should I start backwards? I'm gonna start backwards. No, we're gonna go from the top. Technomancer for Outcast. I never played that game, but it is out.
So
Yes.
Technomancer is one game,
Mm-hmm.
and then Outcast is the other game that they're giving out. So from April 1st to the 30th, you get Technomancer, and from
Outcast.
April 16th to May 15th, you have Outcast, and then you're also gonna get Battlefront 2, the classic game.
Classic
coming.
Star Wars.
They're remastering it for the Xbox One X backwards compatibility. And did you ever guys play Ghost Recon?
I did.
Yes, Ghost Recon 2.
I actually bought it because
Look
it
how
was-
excited she got. Never seen her that
No,
excited before.
Okay, I'm going to disappoint you right now. I got it because it was compatible with the Kinect, and I had the Kinect. I was super excited because it was a shooting game.
Was it really good? It was compatible with the Kinect?
Yeah,
I didn't know
that's
that.
what I bought it for. And I could not, you know how like it has the training mode? I could not pass it. My Kinect wasn't working with
Your
the
room
game.
wasn't big enough, or the
No.
dimensions, or your
No.
couch is too close.
No,
Like,
the game wasn't working with the Kinect. It really was pissing me off. So I literally
been there.
just
I've
tried
been
for a
there.
whole day to try and play this game. I couldn't get it to work, so I put it to the side.
I can't remember if this Ghost Recon was the one where it had that gun that shoots around the wall
Yes.
with the camera. That was one of them.
Yeah. so it's like you could turn invisible. You could do all these different things. I think the Kinect was more also to give voice commands, right?
With the game?
Well,
Yeah.
I think this one you did have voice commands.
Well, I wouldn't know. I couldn't figure it out.
She's like, you know what? Just broke it.
Well, for all the Xbox guys, these games are for free and you could download them. You still have an Xbox?
No,
not
I don't
anymore.
even know where my Xbox. No.
Out the window with your Kinect, apparently. it's on the top of some Toyota Camry right now.
Yeah. And then PlayStation doesn't get left behind. They have a couple of games that they want to give us, which are
Oh, we got Far Lone Sales.
Mm-mm.
What? No.
No.
What are you talking about? Ooh,
Come on,
sorry.
hey, man.
You wrote this terribly. Conan, the Barbarian. No,
I
it's
wrote
the
that.
Surge. You wrote this? Is
Yes.
your handwriting?
Yes.
That's really early.
so they're giving us Conan and The Surge as the free games this week. I mean this month. You know how we always rate it, like which one did good, which one did bad. I don't know. I think this is kind of
I think they both
a
did bad.
draw.
Yeah.
Have you,
Definitely.
like, did you guys ever want to play Conan? I've never heard of The Surge, and
The Surge, I saw some reviews.
I can't believe
and-
that Conan's still a thing. I know. I guess. If you like that type of game.
all
So
right.
PlayStation's giving us games we've never heard, and Xbox is giving out at least like 2 decent games.
That we have heard and played.
Yep.
Good job, PlayStation.
They all of them can be home runs. Not all of them could be Rocket League.
Honestly.
But okay, those are the games that we're getting for free. But what games are coming out this week that we can purchase
With your money?
with not with my money? With
Bitcoin or crypto.
Trust me, my wallet's been getting really thin lately.
Yeah. Oh, we can get with your money Far Lone Sales for Xbox and PS4.
Check out this game, and it looks cool. It looks different. It's a 2D.
It looks
Well,
like
I want
a-
to say like 2.5D.
Mm-hmm. It looks like a nice indie. It reminds me of Limbo. Every game that looks like this reminds me
every
of
black
Limbo.
and white game. But this one actually has some color to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little gray color, but still.
Once it gets
No,
into
once you
the
get
game.
into the yeah.
So basically, you have like a little ship. You see it? How you have to build it?
Kind of reminds me of Fallout for the app.
Oh,
And you're on
yeah.
your phone.
Fallout
Not
Shelter.
Fallout Boy, but it's a Fallout.
That should be
Yeah.
the background music for Fallout. Fallout Boys.
Yeah. Great band.
So yeah, this is a small
Interesting
little
game.
indie game. And then we have Riddle's favorite game. She went crazy when she found out this was coming out.
Power Rangers.
Look
No.
at her, she's dancing in her chair.
What's
and
your favorite
everything.
Power Ranger? The pink one?
I hate pink.
We already established she's not a pink fan.
I know that. I was making a joke about the whole pink thing. Yeah, Power Rangers. I don't know. I guess Power Rangers. You're gonna play a fighting game.
You like Kimberly, right? The blonde.
Look, if you pre-order, you get Green Ranger. Come on.
do you get his flute?
How are you guys
This
not
game
happy?
actually
Don't you
looks
play the
pretty good.
flute?
If it's $9.99, I'm
No,
buying
I
it.
was
But if it's
joking.
anything more, I'm
I
not.
play the violin.
Dude, I'm definitely not believing anything you
Riddle's
say. From
Riddle's
now on.
sarcastic voice is one of the worst I've ever heard when she talks.
I think I'm pretty obvious.
Did
when
you
I'm
guys like
sarcastic,
Power
but-
Rangers growing up or
No.
No, you didn't.
No.
Well, you're too young to.
I did.
No,
watch
I still
Power
played when
Rangers.
I was younger. It would pop up and I'd be like, oh,
No,
nice.
the
Let me
show.
go to.
The whole thing was a show in the '90s.
Yeah,
I hated the Power
They
Rangers.
I
re-aired
didn't
it.
like 'em that
They would
much.
re-air it on Disney Channel when I was a kid.
You loved
Did
it.
they redo
Those
reruns?
girls loved it. I hated Power Rangers. You know, my kid had the audacity to come to me and say, "Dad, why did Voltron copy Power Rangers?" And I wanted to punch him in the face.
So let's get into the last bit of our show, the weekend reviews. Did any of you guys get to play Battlefield Firestorm?
Yes.
Yes.
Tell me about it. What did you like? You like Battlefield, obviously, right?
Yes.
So I'm more of a Battlefield guy. I didn't like that they went to World War One. I like the idea, but now they're back at World War Two, Battle Royale. Tell me, chaos, anarchy,
It's super cool.
throw the remote at your screen type game.
I played with Prodigy, and we could, like get tanks, but you have to work together as a team, which I thought was like really, really cool to open like this.
The
What is it,
bunker.
like the sub bunker
Yeah.
to get the tank?
Are the tanks
Like,
difficult to
you needed
drive?
2 people to open it up.
Very team based.
Well, we found a helicopter.
Oh, I remember that, but then we got shot.
Wait, they have helicopters in
Yes,
Firestorm?
it was actually, it's funny because when they introduced the helicopter thing, it was like, oh, this is a mock test helicopter. That's why it looks so like, if you
That's
want to say like
That's interesting.
really weak. But yeah,
The actual Firestorm is so aggressive. Like, you know in Apex how the circle gets smaller? Yeah. I feel like you have a chance to get to the, to get
But it gradually gets worse as the circle closes in, right?
Firestorm is like aggressive
Yeah.
from the beginning, I feel like.
And you can't be outside of the firestorm
There's-
like a regular storm in Fortnite or anything, or no?
what do you mean?
You can be outside of the storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is that what Riddle's saying is you lose a lot of health
Yeah.
much more quick.
And it
much-
moves so
much quicker.
quickly too.
Yes, you cannot outrun this thing.
If it is fast like PUBG's is, man,
In
I
Apex-
hate
in Apex,
PUBG's storm.
you
But
can jump
PUBG
and
doesn't take that
slide.
much damage though.
No, but you cannot run it.
No,
You're
but
dead before you get there.
Battlefields, and the thing is that Battlefield, when you're in there, you don't see anything.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Is it like H1Z1? Remember how when it used to close in?
It's not
and you were
that
caught
bad,
out in the
but,
smoke,
but
and
it
you couldn't
makes
see
you
nothing.
It makes you feel like you're in fire, like you're literally in the fire.
That's so it's all smoky, chaos, and
Yes.
crazy.
Mhm.
That sounds awesome. Awesome.
I played it. I like the fact that it's different because of the fact that you see a house, you could blow it up.
Yeah.
Can we
Yes.
can
You
we,
could
we
blow
can
up-
we play that tonight at the studio?
Yeah.
We gotta play that. I wanna see
One
it.
thing I wanted to point out, which I know everybody, all the GameBros crew loved, is the graphics.
Of
Yes.
course,
It kept
Battlefield,
the
man.
core graphics that we know and love from Battlefield, and that's what I feel.
The destruction,
that-
they did a really good job with that. Making everything like every explosion is not the same. You know how like some games when you blow something up, it all looks
Yeah,
like
it's
it
all
just
the
goes into like basically like an animation. No, this is
Not
if you
the
hit it in
case.
a certain angle, you hit it like this or that. It's all different. I like Prodigy had a tank that just blew up a house completely.
Yeah, we played with our man Lord Infamous, and I told him, "Hey, there's a guy in the attic," because he was shooting at me when I was looking for some stuff. And Lord Infamous is like, "All right, I got this." He just pulls out the tank, and boom, the house blows up. You see the guy fly out the attic and everything.
What's a V1 rocket?
A what?
It's a Vostok rocket.
It's like when they call in the V1 rocket. Remember you were telling me about you and DJ Fuego, and you saw the rockets coming in,
Oh,
and one just
Oh.
landed right on.
yes, it's like a huge. It looks like a kamikaze plane, except it's not. Nobody's manning it, and it's. I'm gonna upload some gameplay later. You guys will see. And if we do have Firestorm gameplay, I did get 2 dubs with the GameBros crew, so check that out in our
The
channel.
one thing I didn't like was that in the pre-round, when you're waiting for the game to load in, you can't really do anything. You can like shoot people and stab people, but they don't die.
She wants to kill
I
people in the
was
free
so
round.
mad. I feel like there should be no guns. Everyone should have straight up knives, and we could just.
She literally joined up and
In
she's
the
like,
pre round.
She just wants to stab
I
each
don't know,
other.
people
Just have a big old
just
puddle of blood.
Everyone strictly knives, and in the pre-round, and then we can see.
And then what? You're gonna parry each other?
like
Like
it.
if you
I
block,
like it.
you could block them and
Right?
stuff.
Yeah, I think that's fun.
And then whatever
Every
energy you
night
have
for
left,
themselves.
that's how you get on the plane.
No.
50%. You're there like going down 50%. You're like
That sounds ruthless.
gushing
I like
blood
it.
out of your throat.
So that's what we want Battlefield, let's make it happen.
Riddle has spoken, so let it be done.
Riddle has spoken.
If you have a position open, I'm available.
So you
A lot
could be
of
your
ideas.
model. She'll model the parachute
Character
and the
model.
stabbing for you.
Yeah, right. And the last bit of our weekend
Wait,
review.
wait,
Oh, you want to keep going in?
wait, just really quick.
Well, what's that?
So this game is not for free. This is part of the base
Correct,
game, right?
correct. Yes.
They don't. It's not free to play. It's not like they can join and play. So
Yeah,
let's
let's
say
make that
someone
clear.
that did not buy Battlefield, is this worth them buying it?
I did it.
Yo, so you bought it for
I
Firestorm?
bought the game for Firestorm.
Okay.
I too. will
And
be
I am
buying
very
it.
satisfied with my purchase.
And I
Okay.
feel that the price drop is worth
10
it
out of
too.
10.
Because they did drop the price of
they
Battlefield
did.
5.
I only got it for $30
Okay.
at GameStop, brand new. Also, GameStop, that same game pre-owned is $45. I don't understand.
What?
Just letting you know.
And they'll give you
She's
$19
shooting shots
for
at
it.
GameStop right now.
And they'll only give you $19 with the power
Yeah,
of points.
and make sure you bring
if
your
you trade it
ID
in.
because I got ID'd.
To buy the game?
Yes.
Oh, is it alcohol now?
Did they think you were under 17?
I got ID'd at GameStop.
Oh my
That's
god.
So
cool.
bring your ID or bring a parent.
Unbelievable.
You look younger than 18. That's why.
You should have told them, oh wait,
So,
I'll be right back.
so you guys do agree, or if you could find it at a discounted price,
Yes,
go
I think
get
it's
it just
worth
for
it.
this.
I think, and if you have a
$30 is a
squad,
steal.
if you have a squad, even better, because
Yeah.
it's a great game to play.
All right,
I-
cool.
I do regret getting it on disc though.
You do regret it? Why?
Because I play Siege in this game a lot, and every time I have to switch out,
Oh, yeah.
and I'll be laying in bed, and I'm like, ugh. Who was telling me to get the downloadable version?
Me,
Yeah.
I
And I was like, darn it, he's right.
Yeah, but now the cool thing is you can turn in that game later for $45 to GameStop and get 50. No, just
No, it
kidding.
don't work
You're
like
not
that. You
gonna
get like
it.
$2.50. What we need to do is show a picture of your setup.
Oh, my setup?
The one with the screen is like 4 inches away from the face.
So before we finish, the last thing we're gonna cover is a small little indie game called Mortal Kombat. Small little indie game.
yeah, small.
Small?
They had
Very
a little
small.
beta.
Little?
They had a beta. We were able to try it out. First of all, we also want to thank our boy Antonio
Tone Star.
Tone Star.
underscore.
Sorry,
He,
that sounds like a porn star's name.
Antonio?
Why would you?
Tone Star.
He's really toned.
But yeah, I just want to say shout out to him.
Yeah.
Thanks for
He made this awesome video for us. It's in our YouTube. You guys go check it out if you guys want to see.
awesome breakdown of everything, all the new
Explains
stuff,
all the stuff.
and explains all the new things that come into the game.
Thanks to him.
So, Prodigy, what did you think of the beta?
For as long as I played it, I felt like it was a good change back to its roots to MK9. I felt like people weren't pleased with MKX. For those who did try MKX, I know they weren't pleased with it, but I feel like they did a great job. They changed the pace of the game, made it much slower, much more,
Less spammy.
yeah, and more,
I like spam.
for a lack of a better word, like tactical on the way you use a lot of your moves.
Yeah, you can actually pace yourself and counter and counter or attack the way you want to attack instead of just pressing buttons and stuff happening. Like that's kind of like what I felt with Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
Too much
Yeah.
That
button mashing.
it was just too much spamming of buttons and stuff would happen.
I'm not a
I'm
fan
glad
of
they
that.
slowed it down. I wish they would have let you. I know it's a beta and they're testing online and all that stuff.
Do local fights?
Yeah,
I know. I
what do you mean
wanted
local
that.
fights?
like
We
dude,
could-
like let's say you and I want to go play it right now.
We can't?
You got to play against
We
the
have to
computer,
play against the computer
or you have to be at home and then I could play you then
online.
online.
Like the beta didn't come with the co-op. Like I mean the
The local
couch play.
LAN?
Yeah,
Yeah.
couch
But I
play.
mean, that makes it a good teaser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
but you know what would have been a better sell for me to be able to play you right now, and I could have sold 2 copies.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to embarrass you?
Oh, shots fired.
What do you think of the fatalities?
I was about to get into that.
I knew
Just
you were.
like
I
with-
read your mind. Remember,
just like
I'm
with-
Kukodamas.
With every Mortal Kombat, it just gets gorier and
Isn't that what it's
gorier
known for?
Each,
The fatality?
each time.
And they do get
Yeah,
better and
and
better.
they do it. They somehow one up themselves each time.
It's like
I
you thought the last one was savage.
yeah, this one's
Wait till you get a hold of this one.
I would love
really,
to
really
find
bad.
out. I would love them to call, or we can call there and find out how do they come up with the fatalities? Because they're gruesome.
I want to know where
really
they get the
know.
idea of doing some of this stuff.
Yeah, I would really, and I know it can be way worse. They can totally go balls.
I don't know, man.
And
This one's pretty bad.
And it's crazy because if you see Scorpion, not every Scorpion from every single Mortal Kombat has the same fatality. They all have different ones.
No, they've gotten
So
really
it's
better.
it's crazy how they come up with their stuff. Interesting.
What was the first Mortal Kombat you ever played, Prodigy?
Well, MK9,
MK9?
because I don't think those Mortal Kombat that came out before I was born.
20 years ago.
What was the first one you ever played?
I can't remember the N64, whichever one it was for N64.
Okay,
just
probably
don't
was
know.
That's probably-
Trilogy.
I'd have to
Yeah, it was
Google
probably
that.
yeah.
So Ill Skills, your Trilogy, Mortal Kombat 3?
I
Yeah,
was
that-
super young when I didn't like it, so.
You weren't able to, you had to put in the code to get the blood instead of the sweat? Or you were too young? That was before you, right?
I remember
I've been a fan
that.
of fighting games.
I remember that. Yeah,
I
Trilogy.
remember skipping school and going to play the first Mortal Kombat in the arcade. And I was like, what? I just ripped that guy's spine out.
Mortal Kombat Trilogy was my first one. Yeah, I'm looking it up now.
I had a combo with New
Did you ever
Cybot
play N64?
and Mortal
Yes,
Kombat
oh
Trilogy,
my
and I was able to, like, if I threw a smoke at you and caught you with that smoke, it was over. I would juggle you until all your power would be down. And I used to play Prodigy's mom, and she used to hate it when I did that. And she's like, oh, that's how you do. Use a different character. I'm like, this is my main. What do you want me to do?
This is my main.
See what happens when you stay with a main, you get sweaty, right, Riddle?
Get sweaty.
Sweaty. Sweaty.
The fatalities were pretty cool, though. I remember watching the beta gameplay, and it was so gory, and I was like cringing.
Yeah.
So someone in the chat here says the first one they played was MK2 on Sega Genesis.
Yeah, that's what's
That
up.
goes back.
Yep.
He
So
was 4 and changed his life. A 4-year-old playing MK2. Unbelievable.
great parent.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say nothing. My dad's the one that introduced me to gaming, so I introduced my kids into gaming. So,
I cannot say the same.
Mm-hmm.
so we want to thank everybody.
Yes.
We know this was a long show. Normally we go an hour and a half. I mean, an hour. This one actually went an hour and a half almost. I want to thank Ill Skills for bringing his Boderlands
Expertise.
knowledge of
Yeah.
that, tower defense game, protecting the border. I want to thank Prodigy for being the seducer and producing the
Slash
show.
Seducer.
Want to thank you guys for watching.
Thanks,
Any
fans.
any last words?
Hit that like button.
Hit the little bell
Hit the little bell.
And at our Discord.
at our Discord. I'm gonna put it in the chat again, just so you guys can do it.
Yeah, stay tuned for some live gameplay. Of us
We're gonna have an
stream.
after party stream
After
for
party
sure.
stream.
But
after
first-
after we eat. 'Cause
That's what I was gonna
I'm
say. We're gonna
hungry.
jump on those noodles.
the ramen.
So, like we always say, live in your world, but play in ours. Game Bros. Peace.
Peace.